I'm assuming that this is recording, wouldn't you think? It has a red dot on it. You'd think there would be a timer or something.
Stand up, handies.
There it is. There it is. Actually, I'll leave the display on because it won't record with us. I'll turn it off, and then we'll just each time we'll just start with something.
It's on.
Amen.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
All right, we are getting ready to get started. I am Professor. Good morning. I am Dr. LaSalle, and this is Professor Bruner, and today we are going to see several projects and presentations from our students. And so you all have your program that's followed. And so we are going to follow through with the program, and the first group is early childhood education. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. We are Benchmark Innovators. Our group members are Helen Davis, Brenda and Janet Johnson, Blondie Page, Utricia Randolph, and myself, Diana Tristan. Before to start our presentation, we want to acknowledge our professor, Dr. LaSalle, for his support and guidance during this learning process, and to our newest campus director, Dr. Castillo, for his tremendous support during this semester. Our research project was an exploration of the barriers of early childhood education faced by low-income families. The following video The first years of a young child's intellectual life are critical in developing cognitive, social, emotional, and physical skills that will contribute greatly to their academic success.
In the Greenspoint area, low-income parents lack awareness of affordable learning education program and children birth 4 to to 4 years of age. The U.S. Department of Education confirmed the disparity is tremendously, and the need of high-quality early learning is unmet throughout education and throughout the country. There are disparities affecting a high percentage of children from low-income families because parents cannot afford preschool education programs. The purpose of our study is to examine low-income parents' knowledge about affordable learning opportunities and programs. Children from birth to 4 years of age in the Greenspoint area. Are there barriers to access affordable learning programs? Are there barriers that impact specific groups when assessing affordable learning programs?
Our literature review evaluates barriers accessing early childhood education. According to Stephen Burnett, preschool quality has the largest impact on learning and development of disadvantaged families. Gary Evans stated that low resources in early childhood education has the greatest need for high quality teachers.
Hispanics have become the largest and fastest growing racial and ethnic minority in the United States. Research demonstrates that quality bilingual programs can close achievement gaps between language minority and majority children, but access is limited.
According to the literature review, getting to and from programs, particularly for families without their own transportation, is often difficult. Having an easy and affordable way to travel to programs is critical.
In the literature review, according to Mark Manner, 7 in 10 children that are living within a single mother are known to be poor or low income, compared to less than a third of children living in other types of families.
According to Children at Risk, a nonprofit organization that does research that identifies the high-risk effects of issues that are that are affecting children. They say that living in a poverty family, living in an environment where there's substance use or addiction, living with parents who are low wage earners, and living in a family that has a lack of family structure are situations and issues that create a problem with academic success. Also, the U.S. Department of Education has identified that the most important stage of development for a child is from birth to age 4. They also say that the more education or early learning education that a child can receive, the better prepared they will be for academic success.
The stakeholders are parents, children, and community as a whole. The Greenspoint, Houston area have grown more than 34,000 plus residents. Over 4,000 companies call Greenspoint home. Example, Shell Oil Product and Bank of America. Resources in the Greenspoint area is Avance Head Start and United Way Mission.
In this study, the researchers chose to use a qualitative process to approach our research project. We have set forth a series of questions that related to the subject in which we were addressing. We also set forth a framework, a conceptual framework that allowed us to be able to guide, the conceptual framework, guided the study, and it also helped us to be able to focus on the issues of the topic. One of the things with a qualitative process is that the data could be voluminous. So for us to be able to really work through getting the data streamlined, the research had to follow a rigorous timeline, and we maintained only the data that was necessary to examine the patterns and relationships within the data. Additionally, the participants of our project were selected by this criteria, and they had to be low-income families, have a child who was from birth to age 4, and live in the Greens Point area.
Our potential partners was the Greens Point WIC, Aldine Library, and St. Stephen's Academy. Unfortunately, because these potential partners were reluctant to help us out, we didn't have any community partners. But however, we did have the opportunity to have families in the Greens Point area. We did have families in the Greens Point area that did allow us to work with them and help them, and they referred other families to us. That gave us the opportunity to be able to talk to and question them. And the results of the implementation of the program was also through the help of Lone Star College. And Special Kids Incorporated also with our technical support and our resources.
The researchers are required to follow a certain protocol, which included completing the IRB process. Participants was introduced and orientated to the study. We obtained written consents. Participants were informed of the study risk. Participants, thank you, were explained that their information would be protected. Participants were voluntary. They could withdraw from the study at any time without any risk or repercussions. The researchers conducted face-to-face interviews in a location most convenient for the participants. The interviewers used a questionnaire tool consisting of 10 questions that specifically addressed the target barriers. The interviews took about 20 to 30 minutes. The researchers recorded and transcribed each subtopic and related them to the main conceptual issue that appeared in the data. Written summary was completed. The outcome of the study acknowledges the participants felt that they had to live in a low-income bracket, make little to nothing to receive government help. The churches and the communities provided resources for the families seeking early learning programs. Many participants use websites as a way to access learning tools. From the key findings of the interviews, we found that the most common barriers for the majority of the participants is accessing early learning programs for low-income families are affordability, 87.5%, transportation, 75%, employment, 62.5%, and language. The phenomenon was that all of the participants strongly believed that early learning opportunities were beneficial to the academic success of children.
Our recommendation was to advocate for the legislature to implement affordable and or free early programs that met early childhood education. We also want to promote, get the recommendation to promote and bring awareness to the Greens Point area about low cost and free resources accessible to families. And also to increase the awareness to parents of items that they can use inside their homes for, to teach their children. There's so many things that parents have at home that they can use. If you just find items that can help the child spell different things and recognize what those items are, as well as teaching them when they see out the item saying B-L-E-A-C-H, that's bleach, you don't touch that. Don't just say don't touch bleach, because they don't always know what that is. You also have books that's at home that you can teach those children from, blocks that they have at home that you can teach them from. That's what we were implementing. We went out to Lone Star on February the 16th, 2016. What we did, we set up a table to implement our implementation program to the students there. As they entered into the building, we stopped them and talked to them about the programs that what we were doing for the students out in that area, to show them that early childhood education was important, and that we did notice that they didn't have that out in that area. We were trying to make sure they had opportunities there. Out of 176 brochures, we passed out all 176 brochures to the parents out there. We also had a drawing where there was an opportunity for 2 parents to receive the backpacks. The backpacks were filled with educational opportunities for the children. And this is one of the boards that we had implemented at the program. Helen and I kind of decided that we wanted to show them what we meant by early education opportunities. This is when we were at Lone Star College. It was such a joy to see so many parents that had children the age of 0 to 4 to want to have the opportunity of that education for their children. And so as they were coming, like I said, they were coming in, we stopped and we talked to them and told them what we were doing out in that area. These are the benchmark innovators and the scholars in action.
So you will find in your seat a little piece of paper. If you would, put your name on it, and we're gonna go around and collect it so that we can do a raffle of one of the backpacks.
And I also wanted to share, the day we was at Lone Star College, we got an opportunity to talk to community of school management, and she shared with us there was a great need for early childhood education in the area. A lot of the students would bring their kids to class with them or miss class. So one of the goals that my group and I is interested in doing is to make sure we follow up with Lone Star Greens Point and see that we can help them get early childhood education started at that location. If you don't have one, let me know.
Q&A? So we're only taking 2 questions, please.
Does anyone have any questions for this group besides you?
I just asked a question. First of all, it was an excellent presentation. You guys did an excellent job. Looks like you guys had a lot of research, a lot of hard work. The technology kind of ran a little faster. Could you expound on that presentation that you were going to say about?
Yeah, the video? Yeah. I was going to say that the early childhood education is everybody's business. It is the parents' responsibility because parents are the children's primary teachers. And it is the caregiver's responsibility to support children and families by providing a quality, nurturing learning environment. And it is a community responsibility to understand the importance of the first 5 years of children's education by build better systems for a successful future.
Any other questions? Yes. Oh, thank you.
Just a quick question. On your purpose statement, The purpose statement was to lift the awareness of early childhood education for parents in the Aldie area, correct? And the opportunities? What opportunities exactly did you present?
If you would, take a moment to go to the table at some point. We do have a brochure. On that brochure, you will find excellent resources and opportunities for parents to utilize the resources in the Greens Point area. We have libraries, we have internet programs, and we also have activities that are going on within the community that will assist the parents with teaching their child, like going to the zoo, and and especially in the library, they have something going on every week that is an opportunity for parents to engage with their children. Oh yes, and Miss Hanson, beautiful lady over at the Lone Star College, she is the person over the community and schools, and they have a whole program where they assist the students in the college who are going to Lone Star College with finding childcare, and also other resources that they will need to be successful as a parent in school. And actually, she does have, thank you, Mr. LaSalle, because she does have a single parent group, and guess what? She's invited us to come over and participate with the singles parents group. So I think on the 22nd of this month, we're going to be going back to present something there.
One last question.
I don't need the microphone.
Okay.
You mentioned that you were having issues getting participation certificates, correct? Was there one particular reason as to why you were not getting these parents to engage, but you were able to get kind of backdoors, you were kind of able to get help through maybe their other family members? Was there one?
Yeah, that's one particular reason. The community partners that we had initially in this presentation, we had like 3, and they all backed out because we asked them to sign the agreement that they would assist us with the project. So they didn't want to be responsible. We had the WIC office, we had the Alding Library, and we were looking into a community center where each of them had backed out after we asked them to sign the agreement. And it was a confidential form. It was called a community partner agreement. And all they really had to do was to give us a space and allow us access to their patrons that were at their facility. But what I kept running into is that they didn't feel comfortable with exposing the clientele that they had to the research, and they didn't really understand that it was a minimal risk. They thought it would be much more detrimental if they were to participate.
We had 2 question minutes. One last question.
No, I just want to know, where exactly did you finally get the participants for your research?
The Greens Point area.
We got them from the Greens Point area, but we had to go the back way for real and start asking people that we knew that lived in that area, do they have a family member that have a child from birth to age 4 that would be willing to assist us with, give us an interview to help us with our project. And we were able to find people that way. That was the only way we were able to do it. But the good thing about it is that toward the end of our project is that we, after we continued, we came to Dr. LaSalle and told him the situation we were having with getting a community partner, and he in turn utilized his resources to assist us with getting the connection with Lone Star College.
Thank you. Next presentation will start in exactly 2 minutes, so if you guys want to grab some refreshments and come back, and let's get the grand prize winner.
We are going to see who won this prize.